Hi guys, so very soon the Conservatives are facing two by-elections. Now the first one next week is in Tiverton and Honiton. Now this was a seat that was previously held by Neil Parish, Conservative MP. Now you're probably wondering, who is Neil Parish? Well, he's the guy that resigned recently because he was watching particular videos in the House of Commons and in select committees when he shouldn't have been doing that. Now there was a lot of pressure on Neil Parish to resign, and he did. But it's a big problem for the Conservatives because Neil Parish in 2019 won the seat with a majority of 24,239. That was up on 2017, which was another massive majority of 19,000, almost 20,000 there. So this is an important seat for the Conservatives to hold on to. Neil Parish resigned. There was talk of him running as an independent, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So who's in the running for this seat to replace Neil Parish? Well, there is a Conservative. Her name is Helen Herford, and she appeared at a meeting, a town hall meeting, where she answered questions from the public, and well, it didn't go very well.
Good evening. In light of the resignations of 2 ethics advisors in less than 2 years, what is your personal view, please, on the moral character of Boris Johnson?
That question, I believe, was about the resignation of the ethics advisors. It's very Westminstery. That's the expression that I can use. I'm not in Westminster.
This is Westminstery. So ethics advisors have resigned. Boris Johnson, and I still struggle to understand how Boris Johnson has an ethics advisor, but anyway, they resigned, and her response is, oh, this is part of the Westminster bubble. No, it's not.
But my understanding is it was a commercially sensitive issue. That's what I've been told of. Thank you very much. And with regards to our Prime Minister, I believe that he's honest in his relation to the pledges that he makes. The pledge.
So he's honest in relation to the pledges that he makes. So she didn't say he's an honest individual. He's an honest politician. No, he's honest in relation to the pledges that he made. Well, he promised to get Brexit done, and he hasn't got Brexit done. He promised to level up. He hasn't done that. He promised to hire 20,000 police officers, new police officers. That hasn't happened. He promised to build 40 hospitals. That hasn't happened. So where has he respected the pledges that he made?
Pledges to support us during the COVID. I wouldn't have a business, and I certainly wouldn't have a house if it hadn't have been for the grants that were administered. We wouldn't be open now if it hadn't have been for the rollout of our vaccinations. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
This is Boris Johnson's responsibility. This was a question about Boris Johnson, and she's saying that we wouldn't have ended the pandemic if it wasn't for Boris Johnson. Does she understand that there are other countries that have also left lockdowns, are pretty much back to normal?
We were the first to do so. The pledges to support us with a 37 billion plan to help us with the cost of living.
Sorry, what? 37 billion was not for the cost of living. 37 billion was for Dido Harding. What is she talking about? 37 billion to help people during the cost of living. I think she's talking about 9 billion, not 37. Sorry, the 37 was for Dido Harding, which went up in smoke, it seems. Literally went up in smoke because a lot of this PPE is now being burnt because it can't be used.
Once again, the government is supporting us. And also the support and leadership he has shown with Putin's war against Ukraine. And there is a statement from the President of the Ukraine.
Now, remember, this is a constituency that voted majority Conservative. These people, a lot of the people here probably voted for Neil Parish. And they're laughing at her. They're heckling her.
Prime Minister of Ukraine, who encourages and is thankful that we still have that Prime Minister. It is very easy to stand on the sidelines and attack and be aggressive. And what I'm hearing on the doorsteps is that people are fed up of it. They are sick to death of it. And what they want to hear is how we are going to support it with the cost of living, which is affecting us all. It's affecting us from petrol in our cars to how we're going to heat.
But it's not about what you're going to do in the future. What are you doing now? Obviously, what you're doing now is not enough because people are still struggling. People are still having to decide whether to heat their homes or feed their families. People are worried about, should I put money in the gas meter or in the electric meter? And they're concerned about what's going to happen in the future. And there doesn't seem to be anything in the pipeline to help people later on in the year.
And how we are going to heat our homes.
I think to be fair, the question was about the Prime Minister's character. Do you have any concerns about his character?
I don't have concerns that his pledges are honest. I have no concerns that his pledges are honest.
His pledges are honest. Well, grasping at straws here. Yeah, I have no concern that his pledges are honest. Not that he's honest. He's a charlatan, he's a liar, but his pledges are honest. Now, as I said, this is the by-election. It seems, according to recent polling, the Conservatives have a lead of 2% over the Lib Dems. I don't know if Helen is going to win this seat. According to the polling, perhaps she will. She may be able to ride on the coattails of Neil Parish. But I think a lot of Conservatives are angry with Boris Johnson. They're angry with the government, and they may stay at home. And hopefully this will result in the Lib Dems winning this seat. It's not guaranteed. Seems to be trending towards the Lib Dems, but there are still a number of days to go. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.